Yo, how many of y'all watched the All-Star Weekend festivities and the All-Star game? Let's talk about it.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
Okay, Ring Culture, welcome back to Ring Culture, where we play no games, we just spit game about the game we love. Before we get to this video though, go over to my reaction page, The Nuclear Reactor, check out my sports reactions. I have a Jordan reaction, Bird reaction playlists, Asia Wilson playlists, a few other, and 3 sports playlists. I think I might have mentioned that. But anyway, back over here, Ring Culture. Make sure you like and comment down below. That's how y'all push me into the algorithm. And then I'll go get them. When my content hit them and fit them and sit with them. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so y'all can be notified for every time I upload. Share my videos and hype my channel. So, I got to be honest with y'all. I want to know how many of y'all watched the All-Star Weekend. I got to be honest. After hearing what Kevin Durant was saying, you know what I'm saying, talking about check out the European players and see if they're going to play hard, pushing the blame to them when he's like one of the elder statements at state. When he's one of the elder statesmen of the NBA was disheartening. Seeing Anthony Edwards smugly say it's going to be more the same, like the defiance of these players, really irks me. But the All-Star game was good. It was good. They competed. And a lot of it mainly was because of Wemby, who I believe should be the face of the NBA. Wembanyama this is the second thing Wembanyama has done that's noticeable to me that shows that if he is the face of the NBA, we're going to be headed back in the right direction like it was back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. The first thing was Wemby plays defense. He goes after everything the way the centers did in the 80s and 90s. The centers in the 80s and 90s, you will see them get dunked on a lot because they went after everything, so you're going to get dunked on sometimes. Wemby is one of those traditional type centers on defense. Makes up for the way he plays offense because you already know I don't like all the three-point shooting, but I'll give him a pass if he brings defense back to the NBA. A pass in my mind. I mean, come on, the guy's gonna do whatever he wants. But I love his competitive spirit, his competitive nature. I like the fact that he was angry after they lost the first game. And the second thing he did, which piggybacking off that he was angry that they lost the first game, is that he brought competitiveness back to the play-in. Because you remember, now, before y'all I don't give Anthony Edwards that much credit for competing because Anthony Edwards was so smug saying that it was going to be more the same, knowing that the fans are not fans of this brand of basketball where the All-Star game just becomes a joke, where you just open the lane up and let guys dunk. Like, that's just insane. They doing circuit shots. Like, we're not paying to see the Harlem Globetrotters. We do want to see y'all compete. But when Wembanyama came out competing, Anthony Edwards admitted that Wemby set the tone for the All-Star game. They all started competing. So, no, I don't give Edwards credit, even though they won, and I thought it was cool to see the brackets. Also, another thing that I don't give too much credit for, except Wemby, with these players, is the fact that you had to add another gimmick to the NBA just to get these guys to compete with each other. It's like the in-season tournament is a gimmick where you give prize money to these guys to compete when they already had their contract. But who would have thought millionaires in America would act so spoiled? You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought in America millionaires will act so spoiled. Come on, not me. So no, um, the credit is not given to these guys except for Wemby. I was watching Uncommon Sense said he don't think that Wemby's going to be able to get these guys to compete like this every year. Now I don't know if that's true or not. Wemby seems like he wants to compete. So if somebody is out there trying to beat you at some point as a competitor, which these guys are barely competitors, something to kick in and then you'll play hard back with them. But I'm hoping that in the off season we get more players come into the league with an old school mindset like Wemby has, to actually come out and compete in the All Star game. Y'all remember back in the day, the All Star game was kind of moderate basketball until the fourth quarter, and then things started to get real. But Adam Silver remedy for getting players to compete is to give them more money or make up all these gimmicks. So I don't know how cool I am with the fact that they had to do this to get these guys to compete. Maybe if they even just played a regular All Star game, maybe Wemby would have came out and competed and got these guys to compete. I don't know. I mean, I don't have too much faith in NBA players' competitive nature in this era. It's more like spoiled to me. These guys are, feel like they're entitled to our admiration just by dint to them, I guess, being in the NBA, and we just take whatever they give us. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I did not watch the All Star game, but I did watch the highlights of the game's breakdowns, and I gotta tell you, I loved it. I love the competitiveness that went on in the All Star game. So it's a gift and a curse to me. Love the competitiveness, but I still hate the fact that you had to come up with yet another gimmick to get these millionaires to play hard, to get these millionaires to compete. And the mindset of a lot of the marquee names in the NBA today is that we should just be lucky that they go out there and play basketball, whether they compete or not. I don't like that. I just think that that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the consumers of basketball. We are the customers. Um, we're paying for these guys to go out and actually compete. What if we decide to stop buying tickets and going to these games and stuff like that? Would their tune change? You see, they're sitting in a space where they don't think it's going to be enough people that will actually stop buying tickets to NBA games to actually affect their wallets. That's what they believe. I thought the NBA should have changed formats and did something that Unrivaled was doing if they couldn't get them to compete, but it just would have been another gimmick playing one on one because people were throwing it out there. When I was watching the one on one tournaments at Unrivaled, a lot of people was like, "Man, the NBA should do this." The reason why people are saying stuff like that is because the NBA players won't compete against each other. So All Star Weekend, when you watch these guys playing, you buy a ticket for the All Star game, and you watching these guys out there just playing around. We didn't come to see a shoot around. We wanted to see a game. The dunk contest might as well have been a dance contest. It was terrible. The one bull kept doing mediocre dunks and dancing. The other guy, I don't even know who these dudes are, man, because I barely watch the NBA anymore. The other dude looked like a little boy head on a grown man body. He was unsure about his dunks. He had no confidence whatsoever. The one guy was overconfident because his dunks was actual. They were just mediocre dunks. The dunk contest was absolute garbage. I think we've been spoiled by watching professional dunkers. At least Mac McClung brought some of those dunks those dunkers, professional dunkers, dunks in the NBA. I mean, Iguodala dunk contest was pretty inventive. Aaron Gordon and Levine dunk contest, they brought some of those dunks in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But those dudes that was out there dunking this Saturday, again, I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights of each dunk that was performed from each round, and it was just terrible. So I think the All Star Weekend to me was it wasn't positive except for the All Star game. The All Star games were good. I loved it. They played defense. It gave me a feeling of competitiveness. I was enjoying watching the highlights of it. Still don't truly believe that the All Star game is back yet, but we're gonna see what holds next year. We can't get none of these young players to get in the dunk contest. John Morant, Anthony Edwards, these guys, they won't do dunk contests. Even Giannis should have done it. Back in the day, all of the new marquee players that was coming in the league would do a dunk contest. It was almost like a rite of passage. And that shit stopped with LeBron James. LeBron James was probably scared that LeBron James doesn't have that much confidence in himself. You can just tell. So now we don't have marquee names in the dunk contest. Mac McClung wasn't even in the NBA. I think they had to sign him just so he could play in the dunk contest for 3 years. Because we can't get these high flyers, Zion Williamson. None of these guys had any compulsion or desire to do a dunk contest. So the NBA is done. People that scream we done with the 90s and that basketball is better now, in no way is basketball better now. I mean, we used to seeing these dudes that we root for, these marquee players, going at it in the dunk contest, the three-point contest. Steph Curry said that he's going to get back in the three-point contest next year, and he's going to try to get Clay and Dame Lillard to get back in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that bad. I would love to see what the ratings was for All-Star Weekend, and was it a success for the NBA? But All-Star Game was good. The rest of it was trash. Y'all let me know down below. Did y'all watch it? Did y'all like the All-Star Game or the dunk contest? What did y'all think about All-Star Weekend, different events? And how would y'all rate this All-Star Weekend? Again, I didn't watch it. I watched the dunk contest. That shit was an F. I would give it a Z if I could. It was terrible. All-Star Games, I'm going to give it a solid A. Still don't understand why you got to make gimmicks to make these guys play. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below. I always love interacting with y'all. I'll be down there with y'all. And always remember, we are ring culture, because the whole point of the culture is to win rings. For the culture, I love y'all. Peace.